Good morning, everyone. Welcome to yoga this morning. I have, a couple of announcements. And that is that, first of all, you're going to need a chair for our practice today. That is, if you feel you need one, just for Warrior 1, Warrior 3, maybe some balance. If you need it for that, please just pause the recording and get your chair. And slight possibility you'll need a strap, which you can do whatever we do with or without, but if you have one handy, that's great. I don't have one, so we'll just see what happens, right? And also for the month of July, this is our second announcement, that I am going to take a little rest from doing Zoom classes. Still be teaching at Shine Yoga by the courthouse in Virginia Beach, and you can look that up or Google it, see where it is. Or you can email me and I will explain to you how that works. It's 9:30 on Thursday mornings. Oh, and we have three announcements actually, that I'm hosting Sunset Yoga at my house at 6:30 on July 22nd, which should be a Thursday evening. So all that being said, again, welcome. And today we're going to begin seated. So one more thing that you will need probably is a towel folded or yoga blanket. So if you don't have that, while I get situated, you can grab a pillow, a blanket, towel, whatever it is you like to sit on. So pardon me while I back up. And here we are. Yes. Talk about being mindful and prepared. We're sort of there this morning. Gonna get our technology straight here for just 1 second, and that means that I'm trying to find a little music for us for later as we get going. And I'm going to turn this down. Okay, so come to a comfortable seat. Now, if you are not accustomed to this, I have a blanket, a yoga blanket folded. But if you have a towel that you're using, I'll unfold this so I can show you how we fold yoga blankets, and maybe you can fold your towel like this and it will be good for you. So I'm going to take the short ends of the towel and put them together like this. I can do that. And then, okay, so short end to short end, then we're going to do that again. So you take these two short ends and put these two short ends together. Then you end up with a big rectangle like this. Then we will take this rectangle, the short ends, so it's always short end to short end. And here you'll have this. So if you feel that you don't need a whole lot of height to sit on, you can perch on the rounded end of your towel or blanket as it's folded like this, or you can fold it one more time, kind of get it nice and even in there. You don't want these lumps inside there, and so that gives you a little bit more height to perch your hips on. This is what I like most of the time, especially when we just start out. It's good to be a little bit higher when you're kind of getting yourself situated. And so we'll just come to sitting. Find your seat. What we normally do is search for the sit bones, look for they're called ischial tuberosities that you're sitting on, these two little knobs underneath your rear end. You kind of scoot back and forth and find them and perch right on the sit bones. So see how that feels for you. Notice how your legs are feeling here. Just allow the thighs to settle down. And as best you can, as you do this, we're going to draw the abdominal wall in. So experiment with that a little bit. Allow the ribs to stay snuggled in. You can even put your hands here to make sure the ribs aren't jutting forward. You want them to be snuggled in. A little lift through the heart. And so now as you're here with the heart lifted, the belly drawn in gently, maybe you can just kind of feel around behind you. You want You want your spine to be very neutral here. You don't have to sit up so tall that you have an arch in your lower back. You just want to be settled into the sit bones. And then the shoulders broaden out side to side. You can even take your thumbs up underneath your armpits there. Pull out a little bit. And then take your hands down by your side. Just get a feel for this. So just notice how you feel. And the ears might go over the shoulders here. So we want this nice alignment here from the sit bones all the way up through the crown of the head, straight up to the sky. Ooh, look, there's Jesus right there. Hi. Hello. Straight up. So let's take the hands to the upper thighs here, and we'll take a breath. On your exhale, just allow your hands to run down the thighs. Feel your hands on your body. And allow the hands to rest on the knees. A little bit long through the elbows. Shoulders are back and down. And if you're comfortable closing your eyes here, let's close our eyes. And send your thoughts inside to notice how your body feels here. And we'll just settle in and take a moment to do a little body scan, noticing the hips settling fully into the support of your blanket or towel. And now we'll allow the spinal column to grow up from the support of the pelvis. So as tall as you can, and if you need to take your fingertips down beside you on either side for support, you can do that. Shoulders are resting down away from your ears. And then soften your face. And begin to listen. Just listen to sounds around you in the room. Allowing your thighs now to settle down. I noticed mine were gripping a little bit, so I'm going to remind you as well to allow the thighs to settle. And just do your best here, whatever is comfortable for you. And if you're here and it's really not comfortable and you want to just lay down, go ahead and just lie back on your mat. And we'll listen. Just listen to sounds around us in the room. And as you're ready there, taking a long, slow, full, and deep breath in. Just notice how that feels in your body this morning. You might notice on your inhale that the belly will expand a little bit, maybe the heart will lift. And as you exhale, allow the shoulders to settle down, stay resting as the spine continues to lift. And you can take the breath in through your nose, out through your nose. You can allow the breath to come in through your nose, out through your mouth, whatever feels best for you. And begin to notice that sweet sound and rhythm of your breath sailing in through your nose, out through the nose or mouth. And then as you take the breath in, think about expanding the chest, the belly expands, ribs open, just letting the body begin to respond to that in-breath with a sense of broadening, expanding, receiving. And allow your exhale to soften your jaw, soften your face, shoulders. So just ride on the breath here for a few easy breaths. And as you rest in your breath, I'm going to share with us this morning from Psalm 33. Release your heart's joy in sweet music to the eternal. When the upright passionately sing glory-filled songs to him, everything is in its right place. Sing to him a new song. Play each the best way you can, and don't be afraid to be bold with your joyful feelings. For the word of the Eternal is perfect and true. His actions are always faithful and right. He loves virtue and equity. The Eternal's love fills the whole earth. The unfathomable cosmos came into being at the word of the Eternal's imagination, a solitary voice in endless darkness. The breath of his mouth whispered the sea of stars into existence. God gathers every drop of every ocean as in a jar, securing the ocean depths as his watery treasure. Let all people stand in awe of the Eternal. Let every man, woman, and child live in wonder of God. For God spoke, and all things came into being. A single command from God's lips, and all creation obeyed and stood its ground. Do you realize today that you are a part of that awesome creation that God breathed from the breath of his mouth? And here you are sitting today, breathing in, breathing out as part of that unfathomable cosmos. God breathing in, breathing out, breathing life, health, energy into every cell in your body this morning. How does that register for you in your heart today, your mind, your body? Just feel for a moment a couple of more easy, sweet breaths. Creator God, we give you thanks that you saw fit to create us, that you've given us so many reminders all around us, everywhere in creation that you are. You say to us that your name is I am. So when we look at the sky, when we look at the trees, when we look at the birds, the flowers, what we see is I am is speaking. And when we take in this sweet breath for our practice today, may we remember I am. You are present. So we offer up this practice for your glory and the blessing of each one who is here in this space. We give you thanks. We give you praise with joy. Amen. So as you're ready, opening your eyes. And we'll take a deep breath in here and gently drop your chin to your chest. Take an inhale when you're ready. Lift your face to the sky. If at any time you need to take your legs out straight ahead, please do that to relieve any tension in the knees. You can just sit up tall here, supporting with hands on either side if that's better. Lifting your face, dropping your chin to your chest when you're ready. And we'll take an inhale when you're ready and take your face to the center. And exhaling right ear to right shoulder. Inhale up through center and exhaling left ear to left shoulder. How's your neck feeling today? Got a pain in the neck today? Somebody in your life, a pain in the neck? Something in your life, a pain in the neck? Just let it go. Take a breath in center when you're ready. And turn your gaze to your right side. And come around to the other side. And back to center. And we'll ease the shoulders up and back. And then forward. Take a deep breath in. Good. And reach forward or just give your legs a little massage here. Reaching out and we're coming in. Come on up. Good. And then coming around behind the hips. Take some little thumps all around on your rear end there. Let the glutes wake up. And breathe. Good. Ease out the shoulders again. And we'll just very simply to open up the hands because we're going to go on to, where are we going? We're going to come to standing, but we'll go to hands and knees first. So we just want to wake up the wrists a little bit. You can do your feet along with you as you do this. See, my foot is flexing and pointing. So back and forth, just to open up through the wrists, through the fingers, and then circle out. Through wrists and ankles. Breathe. Reverse it. And stretch your toes out. Spread the toes out wide. Spread your fingers out. And then make a fist. And then you can make little toe fists here. Curl up your toes. Inhale, spread out your fingers and your toes. And exhale, gentle toe fist, finger fist. Toe fist, that's kind of weird. It gives me the willies. Inhale, open up. Exhale, curl. Very gentle, very easy, with great awareness. Inhale and feel the spread of the toes, spread of the fingers. On your exhale, soften and release. Good. So take a moment to notice how you're feeling as we're just beginning. Just notice. Good. So we'll go around to all fours. We're going to come to standing, so we're going to walk through all fours just for a second. I'm going to move my blanket, come to all fours, tuck your toes under, and just sit back towards your heels a little bit to stretch out the bottoms of your feet. You can press your hands gently into the mat and away from you. Keep the shoulders soft away from the ears, and you're just opening up through the soles of the feet a little bit. And breathe here. So as you take your breath in, you're just pressing back. Think about the breath opening that plantar fascia in the bottoms of your feet, maybe the backs of your heels, your Achilles tendons there. And then on your inhale, come up to all fours, keep the toes tucked under, and we'll exhale back into a very easy down dog. Just tread out one foot, other foot. Yep. And just let it be an exploration here as you breathe through. How you feeling there? And then we'll very gently bend your knees here. Walk your feet to your hands. Bend your knees a lot if you need to. And then take your hands up to your knees and we'll roll on up. Just kind of see how you feel as you make your way up your body. Just climb on up. Take yourself up to standing nice and easy without a whole lot of further to do here. We're just going to come to standing. Now, if you need your chair for balance, I'm going to turn the chair around so you can hold on to the back of the chair a little bit because we're just getting started here. So if you need to run and get a chair and you're watching this as a recording, just pause here, go get your chair, and come back. Okay, so now that we all have our chairs, just hold on if you need to. If you don't need your chair, that's fine. But we'll come to, I'm going to take this back a little bit so you can see more of my feet, I guess. So we'll come here and I'm just going to play with a little motion through the foot. So we'll pick up the heel, keep the toes on the floor, and then come to tiptoe. And then plant the ball of your foot down and step onto your heel. And we'll do that again. Just come up to the ball of your foot. It's like a Barbie foot. You're just keeping your toes on the floor, but you're lifting your heel. Press through your toes. Good. Come back down to the ball of your foot and then press the heel down. Let's do that on the other side. So we'll lift the heel up. Your toes are still spreading out into the floor. And come on, press up onto your tiptoe. I can see my toes still on the floor. Press down on the ball of your foot and then press your heel. So we'll do that again. Come on up to the ball of your foot. Come to tiptoe. Remember to breathe now, don't stop breathing. Press your ball of your foot down and then your heel. So then we'll just press through and do a little easy, like a little prance. You're just going to take one foot up, other foot up, warming up the bottoms of your feet. Oh Lordy, it's either a head or feet. Which way do we go? What are we doing? All right, so here we go. I think we got a good balance here. So we're just going to prance a little bit through our feet. Good. And breathe. If you want to march, you can do that. If you want to tap side to side on your knees, get the right and left sides of our brain awake. Breathe and tap. Good, and come to standing. Notice how your legs feel. Notice how your feet are feeling. Breathe. Good. So let's take our hands down to our knees. Allow your feet to be parallel here, about hip width apart. Take your knees just a little bend, doesn't have to be big. Just going to circle around, give the knees a little massage. Breathe. So if you have some cranky knees today, you don't have to do any big circles. You're just going to keep it little. Take your massage here. And then take your hands around behind the knees. This gets the lymphatic system moving. Breathe. Good. Ooh, that's a loud one. And there we go. Then we're going to take our hands, we'll run up the thighs here, come to your hips, separate your feet a little bit, bend your knees here, and we'll do our hip circles. Breathe here. So as you're doing this, as you're following your easy breath, send your thoughts also down into the soles of your feet and feel the groundedness that you have here. You're really stable. All four corners of the feet, each side of your heels, each under your pinky toes, it's all supporting you, holding you up. Let's reverse it. And breathe. Good. And so we'll stop here in center, plant your feet, bend your knees ahead, take your hands to your thighs, and we'll do a little standing cat-cow. So you're going to lengthen out here. So notice how my upper back is not rounded here like this. I'm really lengthening, broadening the collarbones, taking the belly in and lengthening out through my sit bones back here toward my chair. And then we'll take a breath here and just glance ahead. So we're lengthening the spine, drawing the belly in. On your exhale, you're going to scoop your tummy under, round your shoulders a little bit here, just a little. If you have osteoporosis, you don't want to round real far. You just want to take really subtle ins and outs there. So on the inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, round. Drop your chin gently. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round, and we'll take that a few times. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. So we're just waking up the spine, flexion and extension. Good. And inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round one more time. So we're just going to, from here, we'll just roll on up, come to standing. Take a moment to check in, stacking the knees over the ankles, and the knees under the hips. Lifting in the front body. I'm going to move my chair out of the way. Lifting up straight through center. Crown of the head lifting. Good. So let's take palms together, elbows together. On your inhale, we'll just fly the arms open. Keep the shoulders compressed down. Exhale together. So this is a little heart opener. Chest expansion. Exhale together. Open. Being mindful, feel the space. How does it feel for the exhale to draw the palms together? As you take your next breath, feel the space. Feel the inhale broadening the chest. Feel the exhale drawing the elbows together and the chest in a little hug here. So inhale, open. Shoulder blades kind of go together on your back like they're trying to kiss each other on your back. On your exhale, come together. And last time, inhale, open. Reach up. Open the arms out halfway. Take your thumbs behind you. Soften your shoulders. Kind of ease them back a little bit here. Very easy if you have some cranky shoulders. Take it easy. Thumbs go behind you to open the heart. And on your exhale, give yourself a hug. And drop your chin to your chest as you relax your shoulders. Easy breath here. Shoulders are soft. And now we'll begin to massage the shoulders. Work your way down to the elbows, standing up tall. Work your way down towards your wrist. Good. And when you get to your hands, we're just going to interlace the fingers here and give yourself a little swirly motion with the fingers opening up through the fingers there. We're just going to go side to side, little hula with the hands. Really working the wrist and the fingers here. And then come back to center. And we'll just interlace fingers here. Take your hands in a little snake motion. Take it up. A little snake moving up there. A little snake coming back down. Good. And then turn your palms out. Press. Let your shoulders relax. On your inhale, take your arms up over your head. Keep your shoulders down. Press up through the hands like I am here. On your exhale, take the arms out. Inhale, lift arms up. And we'll take hold elbow to elbow. Keep the shoulders relaxed. So draw your belly in here. Get nice and stable. You want your ears over your shoulders, shoulders over the hips. Draw your belly in. Take a breath. On your exhale, just a little side bend to the right side. On your inhale, come up through center. Exhale, other way. You can turn your head if you'd like, looking up underneath the opposite arm. But if it's more comfortable to stay centered, just stay there. Inhale up. So only take it as far as your breath goes. So exhaling over. When you're ready for your inhale, float up with a strong belly. Exhale over. Good. And we'll inhale up. Take your arms up. Hands to the heart. Let your hands rest by your side. And we'll just take a breath here, settle in. Notice how your body's feeling here. That's really important in yoga because it's really about self-awareness. Noticing what happens in your body when you do different things, becoming aware of what effect little stresses have on you, how good it feels to just flow. So as you see, this is like a little mini snapshot of what life is like. Sometimes we have a little stress and we have to be aware of how we respond to that so that we can have a choice about how we flow through and take on all these things, right? So this is a nice little practice time to just see how you respond to those things. Okay, so let's come up to center and we're just going to reach one arm up, other arm up, side to side. Notice how your side body's feeling. Notice how shoulders are feeling. Notice how your feet are settling in. Good. So next time you bring your right arm up, just stay there. Let your left arm come up to meet it. Come to center with palms together. Take a breath here, a little half sun salutation. We're going to move into flowing through that. So inhale, lift. Exhale, as you exhale, feel the space, swan dive forward. Run your hands down the backs of your legs, come to an easy forward fold. Hands can be on fingertips to the floor, to your shins, to your knees, wherever you need to be. On your next inhale, just come up halfway, and we're lengthening our back. So as we come up, we're not rounding up, we're lengthening. The weight is in the center of your feet, your spine is long, and on your exhale, you kind of allow some space in the hip creases there and come on down to an easy forward fold wherever that takes you. And then on your inhale, bend your knees a little bit, swoop the arms up over your head. Come on up, take your time, palms touch. And take the palms right through center down to the heart. And we'll do that again. So just standing, come to center. Notice that your thumbs are snuggling right into center. So your thoughts are there, gathering in. Allow your inhale to swoop the arms up. Feel that space coming up. Palms touch, maybe glancing up. Exhale, palms turn out as you dive forward. Run your hands down the backs of your legs. Take your forward fold wherever that is. Inhale halfway up, long back. Take a look ahead. And exhale, forward fold. And inhale, bend the knees, press your feet into the mat, arms come up, palms touch, and come down to the heart. And rest. How does your body feel? Notice where your thoughts are going. And we're going to walk through a very slow and easy couple of sun salutations. So you'll come to the top of your mat. I'm turning sideways. So you come to the top of your mat. I want my paraphernalia out of the way here. And we'll begin as we just did, and it's almost like a half sun salutation, but we'll take it a little bit farther. I'm going to keep it very simple. Okay, so come to standing at the top of your mat, hands at the heart. Take a moment to feel the firmness of your legs, the lift in your tummy. Everything's just gathered in. Your body is just coming to center. On your inhale, your arms swoop up. On your exhale, through a long back. Bend your knees a little bit, dive forward. On your next inhale, come up halfway. This time, on your exhale, bend your knees a lot, come down to all fours. As you're here, take an inhale into cow. Take an exhale into cat. On your next inhale, we'll take the left foot ahead. Press through into an easy lunge, lift the heart. If you want to stay here for a breath, just stay here. If you'd like, you can press into that front foot, take your arms up, and exhale down. Just float the arms back down. Draw that knee back behind you. Tuck the toes under and inhale. On your exhale, come to downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here, pressing out. And then find your down dog, hold for a good breath. On your next inhale, walk your feet towards your hands. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift. Swoop up. Palms touch. And come down to the heart. How are we feeling? Take your hands down by your side. Just know that's your body. So you know that at any time, if you get tired, if it's not a good place for you to be, just rest in child's pose, just take a break. Step back to the top of your mat. Come to center here, and we'll do the other side. We have to do right foot forward now, okay? So come to center here. Inhaling, arms float up. Exhale, dive. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, bend your knees a lot. Come to all fours. On your next inhale, lifting up into cow. Exhaling, round into cat. On your next inhale, take the right foot ahead, shift forward. If you'd like to stay here for a breath. If you'd like, lift your arms, swoop the arms up. Exhale down. Let's take the foot back, so you're on hands and knees, tuck your toes under, take a breath here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Couple of breaths. Allowing the shoulders to shift back from the ears. Breathe through your whole body here. You might want to come up to tiptoes, play around a little bit, relax the back of your neck. On your next inhale, let's walk our feet to our hands. Bend your knees a lot. Shift your weight back so the weight is in the center of your feet. And your next exhale brings you into forward fold. And then inhale, lift and swoop, arms come up. Tummy's in, lift up. Little gaze up and hands to the heart. And then dropping your hands down by your side. Just take a moment to check in. I'm just going to stand and be. So going back to those thoughts of our scripture for this morning, I'm just going to share a little bit of that again because it's so beautiful. So as you're just standing, breathing, settling, just a reminder. The eternal's love fills the whole earth. The unfathomable cosmos came into being at the word of the eternal's imagination. A solitary voice in endless darkness. The breath of his mouth whispered the sea of stars into existence. He gathers every drop of every ocean as in a jar, securing the ocean depths as his watery treasure. Let all people stand in awe of the eternal. Wow. I do. I'm standing in awe of the eternal right now. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sirree. Oh, so let's move on to, take our chair. Let's take our chair. Next to us, we're going to do a little balancing pose. So if you need your chair, you can stand side to it. And this is where we gather in and really think about the groundedness of our feet. You think about the energy going down from the solar plexus down through your legs, grounding you just like roots of a tree, little roots growing down out the soles of your feet and keeping you stable. You can kind of play with that, maybe shift side to side and just feel, I'm just going to be real stable here, right? Roots growing down, stabilizing your body. And to balance that out, you have the lift and energy of the upper body coming up through the heart, through the crown of your head. So you have energy going up, energy going down, and here you are, just kind of floating in this wonderful stability. So it's really the strength of the core muscles that's doing that. So the tummy's in, back is lifted, and then from around that you have this freedom to move. So think about sipping up that nice, yummy strength through your legs. Maybe take hold of the chair if you like, and then shift your weight into the leg that's closest to the chair. But you don't want to have a big, just like lean into the chair. You're just noticing, bringing that energy up. And take the outer foot, maybe take the toes to the floor if that feels better. You can take the knee out. If you'd like, you can reach down and take that foot to the inner thigh, press in, whatever feels right to you. And then taking the hand to the heart. Maybe taking both hands to the heart. But find yourself a gazing point. That is the most important thing. Lifting up, find your gazing point. Take your balance. If you'd like to lift arms up, you can do that. Breathe. Ooh, a little windy in here. Ooh. Notice if you can just allow your thoughts to drift along in that sense of gathering in. So let the thoughts rest on your stability wherever you are. Soften your thoughts, soften your heart. This is a perfect place to experience that balance between ease and effort as you hold yourself up. But you're letting your thoughts be very gentle. Let the breath float on the balance. And then we'll take the foot down. Maybe rock it out a little bit. Work out that leg. And then go to the other side. So you can take the chair around the other way if you need it. And once again, we'll find the energy moving down, rooting you into the ground, lifting up through the heart. And at the same time, even though you're rooted, there's this sense of lift. There's that balance again of yin yang, you know what I mean? You're rooted, but you're lifted. And you'll shift your weight gently into the leg that's closest to the chair, or the opposite leg from what you were using before. Find your gazing point, a stationary point that won't move to keep you stable. Hug the muscles to the bones and then lift up the outside leg. So that can go, again, the toes can rest on the outside of your foot. Bring it up to the knee. I mean, not the knee, no. The calf, never the knee. Bad teacher, never the knee. Or you can take your foot to the inside of your thigh here. And you're going to press the foot into the thigh into the foot, yes. I'm going to go down on this side. This leg is a little tweaky. So I'm going to go down to the calf, hands at the heart. And if you feel like you'd like to grow your tree up, just take the arms up and reach. Breathe, focus. And then gently let the arms float down if they're up. Take the leg down, take the foot to the floor. Ease it out a little bit, maybe take some hip circles here. Let's kind of loosen up a little bit. And now we're going to go to some other standing poses. We'll go to Warrior 1, Warrior 3. Okay, so standing, facing your chair. Stand up nice and tall. Here, let's pick up the left foot. And we'll step that left foot back behind us. Take the right foot a little bit ahead. And shifting the hips forward, just pressing into your stance for your Warrior 1. So you're opening through this the left hip flexor here. And then we'll lift up one arm, other arm. So notice the arms don't have to be exactly parallel. They can be out because the shoulders may not want to do that. It's kind of pinchy here. So let's just play with wherever your comfortable reach is in your arms for your shoulders today. Practicing here, pressing down through the soles of your feet, lifting through the heart, belly and the heart. Allow yourself to gather in and feel strong here if you can. Grounded through your feet, lifting through the heart. And just take 3 more good breaths here. If you get tired and you want to take your arms down to your hips, that's great. Do that, or maybe even to the chair. Strong legs, good reach. And then we'll float the hands down to the back of the chair. Step forward on the front foot. Just draw the back leg in. We're going to go into a little Warrior 3. So we'll lift up, strong leg, reach that leg behind you. And from here, we're just hinge forward with a long back. So as you're hinging forward here, you can keep your hands on the chair. You can reach one arm out. You can play with both arms out. Reaching end to end. Strong legs, balance. And you don't have to go that far down. You can even keep the back toe on the floor and just play with kind of hinging forward, lift the foot up. But you're really lengthening out from end to end, just on the diagonal there. And then, as you're ready, let's take the hands down to the chair, bend into the front leg, step back, and we'll open up into a little Warrior 2. So you just want to take the arms out, press out. Warrior 2, good. Back foot's angled in a little bit, front toes are forward. And your hips are just aligned. They don't have to be perfectly toward me because you don't want to torque out your SI joint back there. Just kind of come to a comfortable place. You can even take the arms up, float them out. Take your gaze over your front fingertips. The strength of your legs. Easy shoulders, energy from the heart coming out through the arms, out through the fingertips. Strong legs. And let's take the back hand down to the thigh, turn your front palm up. Take an inhale and reach into Exalted Warrior. Strong legs again. Take a breath. And then we'll windmill the arms around. Take your hands to the chair, pivot your whole body around. Step into your back foot. Press back into an easy chair down dog. So just take it back. Stretch out. Good. And then we'll step the right foot ahead. Is that right? Whatever the opposite foot is that you did before. I think I have to go this way. Yes, I do. So I have left foot ahead this time. Right foot back. Pressing forward. So if you want to stay here for your warrior one, really lifting in that hip flexor on the opposite side, lifting up, but pressing your feet down into the ground. Playing with lifting one arm up, other arm up. Finding your strength. So notice how your front knee feels. If you feel a little tweaky there and it hurts, back off a little bit. But think about all the attachments around the knee and the muscles hugging around the knee to support the joint. Be mindful you're not hyperextending in your back leg. A lot to think about, I know. But arms come up. So your arms are either up, at your waistline, on the chair, whatever feels right. And breathe. And then taking hands down to the chair, step into your front leg, shift the back foot in, keep your hips parallel with the back of the chair, and then we'll just hinge forward. So you're really lifting in the belly as that leg comes up, and then you're just tilting forward a little bit, keeping the hips as square as you can. If you'd like, you can take arms out. A little balance here. Remember, the chair is always there for you if you need it. And then we'll take our hands to the chair, bend into that front knee, step into your back foot. And I'm going to go around so I don't have to go back to you. We'll come up and blossom the arms out into warrior two. So find your comfortable stance. A lot of lift in the heart up through the crown of your head. Breathe. Feet are planted and pressing down into the floor and away from each other. Tummy's in. Easy gaze over your front fingertips. Now the back hand will float down to your thigh, front palm turns up. Let's inhale and lift. So the back hand comes down your leg, front side body here lifts a little bit. Take your gaze up if that's accessible. If not, just keep your head in line with your spine here. And breathe, legs are strong. And then take your hand down to the chair if you have it. Back hand comes up, front leg straightens, and you're just going to pivot around to face the chair. Step forward, and then walk yourself back into an easy down dog here. So you want to be far enough back that your spine really lengthens. And then walk forward. This is the lift the chair pose. Take it away from the mat. And scurry back to your mat now. And take the legs wide apart. And we'll just ease out the shoulders here. Maybe take a little scooch side to side. Maybe tilt, a little pelvic tilt back and forward. Down, cat-cow here. Ease out the shoulders. Circle them out. Good. Great. So turn your toes forward. Take your hands to your hips. Take a big breath in. Look up. Exhale. Bend your knees a little bit. Shift forward in that little tilt. Take your hands down to the floor underneath your shoulders. So if you need to bend your knees here, that's fine. Maybe coming forward onto the palms if that's comfortable, or Spider-Man fingers. And then shifting into one knee, other knee. Notice how this registers or feels in your inner thighs here. Just kind of getting a little space there. Good. And then we'll just hold elbow to elbow. So let your feet, the weight of your body be in the center of your feet. Let the back of your neck relax. If you can't go down, if you're not supposed to have your head lower than your heart, just stay here. Find your stretch. If you'd like, you can hold elbow to elbow and just hang. And let the back of your neck be very easy. So if you have glaucoma, high blood pressure, for any reason your pressure in your head should not be great right here. You just want to come down halfway. If you can, go all the way down, hold elbow to elbow and just hang. Take a couple of breaths here. So this just releases the spine from all the twisting and poses that we've been doing. And so you take your hands to the floor now, bend your knees, and walk your feet together. Come down to hands and knees. And we'll just press back to an easy child's pose. Press way back. If you'd like, take hands back by your heels, just rest. So we've done a lot standing today. This is more of a strengthening class. But just enjoy your child's pose, gather in, enjoy your breath. And from there, we'll make our way down onto our tummy. So take your legs out below you, behind you. Get my phone out of the way. Come down and take the hands underneath the shoulders. And drawing your abdominals in a little bit, you'll find that your tailbone will lengthen a little bit away from your back. What you're doing here is just stabilizing through your abdominals. Reach out long with energy through your legs. And just take a little inhale and come on up. A little glance ahead, so you'll find that you don't really have weight probably on your hands. And then you just rest. Take an exhale down. And we'll inhale, lengthen your spine, lengthen your legs. Take a little glance ahead. And exhale down. So take it at your own pace, about 3 more times on your inhale and exhale. So you'll inhale, come on up. Exhale down. Your own pace, a couple more times, reach out. Through your legs, strong legs. Exhale down. And last time, come on up. And then take your hands by your side. Tuck your tail. Make sure your lower back is lengthening down away from, your tailbone lengthens away from your lower back, so you're stable here. And lengthen out through your legs. Lift the shoulders up off the mat. Reach out through your fingertips. You're going to take your nose down toward the floor. You're not touching the floor. Your shoulders are lifted. This is locust. It's like Superman kind of. If you want to lift your feet off the floor a little bit and just reach in opposite directions. So the fingers are reaching back, the arms reach back, the legs reach back, but the crown of your head is going the opposite direction. Use your glutes, use your legs, reaching out through your arms. Take a breath. And then let everything go. Take your hands, stack your hands up underneath your cheek. And take a little rest there. I'm going to roll over and come on up. You can stay there. Maybe rock your hips side to side. And then turn your head the other way so you even out your neck. And so come on to center, press up, sit back very slowly in a child's pose. So you're pressing back onto hands and knees. Take your time and really work your way back. Toes are together, let your knees come out wide apart and sit back. Round the spine, let the forehead rest on the mat as you take your hands around behind you. And just allow your shoulders to pour forward. You're just going to really rest here for a few breaths. And then come on up and sit off to the side. If you'd like to perch on your blanket again, come on and perch there. And we'll take one leg out, other foot on the inside of your thigh here, very much like you did in tree pose. But we're going to just lengthen out through the back of the hamstring. So lifting up tall. If you'd like, you can take arms up, turn toward that leg, and reach way out with the heart, lead with the heart. And when you get to the end there, when you're ready to let go, you're just going to take your hands down, take a breath, and just roll forward. Just take a nice, easy stretch here. You can have your foot right into the inside of your thigh there, or you can take the foot down by your calf or by your ankle, whatever feels right. And breathe. So this is a place you're just going to check in. So your breath will move nice and easy. Let your shoulders really soften here. Let your jaw be relaxed. And then we'll lengthen out through the spine, float your heart back away from your leg. We'll just change sides. So other leg comes out, this foot comes in. Sitting up tall. So you can just start here, sitting tall here. You can take arms up if you'd like. Reaching up and over. Hands float down. You can take hold of your toes here, just your calf, have your hands on the floor, whatever feels right. And just going to settle into an easy breath. Let your body rest there. Begin to gather back in. Where's your breath? So let's take a moment to really notice your breath moving in, moving out. How does your in-breath feel in your body? What happens on your out-breath? Is there a little wave of breath coming in, breath moving out? And then we'll press on up and take soles of the feet together. So both feet are up now. Take your hands behind you and press out. Let your shoulders press down and back. Lift the heart. Press your knees down. We're just doing a little back bend here, looking up. And then exhale, shift forward. Take the hands to your feet or shins, wherever you're comfortable. And just take a little forward fold here. Notice how this feels in the inner thighs. Notice where you feel it. Soften your face, soften your jaw. And now notice how your thoughts are. Just noticing, if you can, settle out your thoughts there. Just allow yourself to watch your breath moving in, watch the breath move out. And what effect does the inhale have on your body? What effect does the exhale have? And then we'll come back up. And just come to cross legs if that's comfortable, or take the legs out. We'll begin to massage the scalp. All around. Just notice where the sensations in your scalp are leading you. Sometimes we start at one place and the next place goes, oh, me, 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 me. So you just know where you're supposed to go. Let's just pay attention. Breathe, nice and easy. And come around to the back of your neck. Give your neck some little circles here, massage. And then reach across to the opposite shoulder, pull down and across on the diagonal and just brush it off. Press down, pull it across, press down, pull across. And we'll go the other side. Press, and pull, press, and last time, press and brush. Good, ease out the shoulders. And now let's take our chair. Just gonna do a little inversion here with our, if you have a chair, take your calves up into your chair. You can take your blanket or, what is that, a towel behind you if you like. Take the legs up and rolling on back. So your towel will, or your blanket will go under your head. If you like, you can take a little roll, just a little turn there to support your neck and allow your back to completely rest into the floor. If you like, you can take arms, just cross them over your chest and let your shoulder blades rest heavily into the floor underneath. Allow your arms to settle, and if you find this isn't comfortable, just allow your hands to rest by your side, maybe with your palms turned up so that your shoulders can rest, the heart can open. And just take some time to rest here and breathe. Let your back fully release if you can. Easy breath. Noticing that you can allow your feet to rest here. Allow your shins to soften and your calves to just rest into the seat of your chair. Allow your thighs to release any tension. And notice that your hips are settling heavily into the floor underneath. Fully supported all along the spine. The shoulder blades rest down. Shoulders are easy. Your face is soft. Allow the muscles between your eyebrows to release. Allow your eyeballs to soften and just allow the eyes to rest in their sockets very easily. Your mouth is resting so that maybe your teeth separate inside your mouth. Let your arms settle wherever they are. Your hands soften, fingers rest. And we'll just come to a very soft, natural, easy breath. So we'll stay here for Shavasana if that's comfortable for you. If it isn't, you can press the chair away from you with your feet or get up and move your chair away. If you'd like to stretch your legs out on your mat, you can situate yourself so your legs are long and relaxed. So just whatever would feel right for you right now, allow yourself to settle in either space. And then gently now guiding your awareness back to this place. And as we come to the end of Shavasana, I'll share with you some more verses from Psalm 33. The Eternal peers down from heaven and watches all of humanity. He observes every soul from his divine residence. He has formed every human heart, breathing life into every human spirit. He knows the deeds of each person inside and out. We live with hope in the Eternal. We wait for him, for he is our divine help, an impenetrable shield. Our hearts erupt with joy in him because we trust in his holy name. O Eternal, drench us with your endless love, even now as we wait for you. So maybe with your next breath, you can allow yourself to be drenched with endless love, breathing that into every cell of your body. And if you'd like, taking arms overhead, reaching out, stretching end to end. And then gathering knees to chest if that would suit you or feel comfortable, rocking out side to side if that's good. And then making your way to one side. If your eyes are still closed, allow the eyes to open and take in your surroundings with fresh vision after your practice today. And then slowly press yourself up to sitting. And we'll come to sitting with hands at heart. Taking one more moment of quiet, easy breath. Thank you, Creator God, Eternal, Beloved. Thank you for breathing life into us today. Our hearts sing before you with joy. Settle into the deepest places so that we take you with us wherever we go. We know that you are before and behind, above and below, around and within. And we give you thanks. In the name of Jesus, the Christ, our healer. Amen. Thank you all for practicing with me today. Shalom. So thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Will we? Yeah, taking off for the month of July. So I'll see you on Zoom in August. I'll be sending out emails to let you know when we're starting again, and also sunset yoga. And there's also yoga on Thursday mornings at Shine Yoga in Virginia Beach in the courthouse area. So if you'd like to know more about that, just let me know. God bless everybody. Mwah.